Thinking about building your dream home in Twin Falls? This is what no one's telling you until now. Hey everyone, I'm Eliza Mendoza. I'm your go-to new construction expert here in Twin Falls, and I'm here to guide you through the entire custom home building process. Let's get into what you need to know before starting the process. The first thing they teach you in real estate school is location, location, location. Location is the most important factor when selling real estate and determining value, so it only makes sense that the most important part of custom building a home is figuring out the best location for your home. Here in Southern Idaho, we have so many new developments going up everywhere, here in the Twin Falls area and surrounding. So what kind of lot do you want and what kind of lots do we have? Do you want to be in a subdivision with city lots, a subdivision with acre lots, or find rural land that you can build on? Let's talk about the difference. Typically in subdivisions, on city lots, you're going to find anywhere from 0.15 to 0.25 is typical for your standard city lot. Building on a city lot, you're going to have easy access to all city amenities, and typically there's not a lot of excavation or dirt work needed. In these subdivisions, you can enjoy amenities like clubhouses, you're going to probably have an HOA, CC&Rs, and you're going to get that typical suburban lifestyle. We have so many new, smaller subdivisions coming up surrounding the area and coming up near new schools. If you're wanting to live that lifestyle, these are the subdivisions I would look into. 1. Northern Passage. They just opened up the new phase. This is located on the northwest side of Twin Falls and near the hospital and my favorite store ever, Costco. 2 is Morning Sun. Morning Sun is a really well-established subdivision on the east side of Twin Falls near the Snake River Evel Knievel jump site, and it is one of the most prominent subdivisions in Twin Falls. And 3, this one is going to be in Kimberly. Olson Farms is a brand new subdivision near the Kimberly High School, and they have so many amazing new homes going in, especially in that area. I believe there's 3 new subdivisions. Kimberly is a great option to look into if you want that small town feel, great schools, and only 10 minutes from Twin Falls. The next one are acre subdivisions. So if the city lot's a little too small for you, but you still want that suburban lifestyle, we have some awesome options with acre subdivisions. In these subdivisions, you typically will find an acre lot up to 2 acres. On these, you're still in a planned unit development, so you have CC&Rs, you have neighbors, but you have so much space to stretch out. In these subdivisions though, typically you need to plan to install your own well, your own septic, and plan for any site development. Typically in Southern Idaho, the number one thing we can potentially run into on these acre subdivisions are rock. Not all subdivisions have them, but it's something we need to be aware of. And how we identify that is through test holes to see the type of soil and the cost it will be if there is any rock. If you do have rock, we have to prepare for excavation, bringing in dirt, and seeing the type of septic system you have to put in if it is above ground. Those different things can add costs into the building project. But don't fear, we have lots of acre subdivisions that have no rock issues, and you guys can plan on just installing your well, septic, and prepare for any site work. The subdivisions that I love that are acre subdivisions are Moriah Falls, New Haven, and Twin Falls Heights. If being on a city lot is not for you, and you don't want to be in acre subdivisions with neighbors around you, your next option is rural land. We do have rural land all around us in Idaho. With this, you'll have more space, more privacy, and you might not have any neighbors. With rural land, the one thing you have to be aware of is the cost of getting utilities in. With these subdivisions we talked about, the city ones and the acre subdivisions, utilities are already there. But with rural land, you're going to have to take the cost of development and getting utilities there. The most expensive thing I typically see is getting the cost of power to your property. If rural land is something you are thinking of, this is really a super case by case, and the cost differs. So if that's the route you want to go, make sure you have an expert on your side to guide you through all the cost of development so you know what it's going to take to get your house on that piece of property. As Southern Idaho is growing, we now have national home builders coming and investing in our area. What does that look like for you? National home builders come in and they build subdivisions all at once. And they have the ability to buy in bulk to keep costs low. These builders, you're probably not going to get a full custom, but you can get a semi-custom home where you can pick your floor plan and finishes, but not make too many changes. They have very aggressive pricing, but you are working with a sales team and it's more of a company feel versus a hands-on feel. The advantage of working with these national home builders is you might be able to get more credits and a lower cost. The disadvantage is you might not get that hands-on, true custom feel that you're looking for. Here in Southern Idaho, we are lucky to have some of the best builders that really specialize in quality, design, and functionality. If you would like a list of the top national home builders here in Southern Idaho and a list of the top custom home builders here in Southern Idaho, reach out to me and I can get you that info so we can best guide you on which one will fit your needs best. With working with the local custom home builder, it's going to be more of a hands-on process where you get to know the builder, you have more ability to change things, pick things, and it's a hands-on experience. If you don't want to be hands-on at all, then you'll want to look into getting a custom home builder that has a full design team that will map out your entire project specifically to how you want your vision to look like, and they'll handle everything. Regardless if you decide to use a national home builder or a local custom home builder, these are the questions you should be asking them. 1, timelines. Make sure to get a clear timeline of the entire project so you can adequately prepare for it, especially if you're moving from out of state or you're here local and you have a home to sell. Here in Idaho, everything is weather permitting. Typically, a timeline would be anywhere from 6 months up to 24 months after we break ground. That depends all on the size of the build, the finishes, and what you're importing to put into your home. 2, financing options. Every single builder has different financing options, whether that means you have to pull your own construction loan or they have in-house financing that they'll cover the cost of everything, and ask them what their earnest money requirement is. Every single builder is different on that. And the most important one, budget. Budget is a huge thing, and this is where I see a lot of transactions go south without adequate transparency. Let's get into what that means. So how do you prepare to build a custom home? The number one thing is pricing transparency. One of the easiest things to do when custom building a home is going over budget. It's not that fun when you get to the closing table though. So how do we stick to the budget? I'm gonna walk you through this. When going to pick out the selections and you go into the store, make sure to tell them, my budget is only $60,000 for cabinets. What can $60,000 get me? And make sure you're very clear on that, because without identifying your budget beforehand, they're gonna show you all your options, and most likely you might fall in love with something that's out of it. Then you have to make the hard decision, do I stick to my budget or do I pay extra and go over? There's no wrong answer because it's your money you're spending. So what happens if you go over budget? Some builders will allow you to add the upgrade into your final purchase price, but others may make you pay that difference out of pocket at the time of selecting it. So before selecting your builder, make sure you know what that means when going over budget. If you ask me when the best time to build a custom home is, I would tell you when the snow melts. That is the best time to break ground. Here in Idaho, we have about 3 to 4 months of winter. Sometimes these winters are super mild, which makes it easy to continue building, and other times it halts the project entirely. Typically, starting projects around March is the ideal time so we can build in the spring, summer, and hopefully have the home ready for you by Thanksgiving. The other thing that can really slow down your custom home build process is improperly planning subcontractors. It is super important that the builder you choose has a good timeline and systems with their subs, because if something gets behind and that subcontractor can't make their appointment, they can't easily reschedule you. Sometimes it could be weeks or months until they can get you back on the books, which then pushes back every other subcontractor. So make sure your builder has a good solid plan with his subs and keeps you informed so we can stick to the timeline. That was a brief overview of what you should know about building a custom home here in Southern Idaho. If you want to learn more, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel where we go in depth and break down each process. If you're thinking about custom building a home in Southern Idaho and need an expert on your side, feel free to reach out to me directly. I can not only help you through the entire custom home building process, but if you need to sell a home before you can build, we can help you with that too. All my contact information will be in the description below. I'll see you in the next video.